10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Turn to pick.
Jaradat. Lycan.
Choose your hero. Prepare for battle.
You have done a great service.
That was a snap pick if I ever saw one for a final pick. And when a team does that, you know they're confident, and Virtus.pro has all the confidence in the world right now.
Yep, sure looks like it. I mean, the first 2 days, they definitely looked to struggle. They experimented as well, but even versus Na'Vi, like, it didn't look like they were experimenting much. They were trying to win that series, but then yesterday, they played like old VP. First game today, I'm like, this is probably maybe second, third best team in the tournament outside of Liquid as well, and they just crushed Secret.
They are taking care of business right now. Meanwhile, mid one, uh-oh, it's a trap. Don't go, don't go. Okay. He backs off. They're all laughing menacingly. Maybe they hurt him or something.
Well, there's a ward too. Dire and Radiant put the ward on the same exact spot.
Each other. So VP's gonna wrap around. Mid one's gonna run right into the train. The pain trains are coming. Mid one, you are dead. FATA with the quick sorry. It's a matter of who gets the last hit. They're gonna give it to the Death Prophet. And so no one just like that has a great start.
Yep. 300 gold for him. Obviously, getting first blooded. I mean, it's a big deal, but not the worst. We saw, obviously, Na'Vi got a first pain every single game. The Cliff.
Oh. Well, 5 seconds before he can TP out.
Is anyone there to stop it now? So he will just TP out.
He will be able to.
Yep, this is one of those ones you wish something, you wish maybe Rubik was up there, then you could cancel it, just make him nervous, can't really do anything. But he gets out. You still make him waste that TP.
Yeah. There's still a minor victory there, but obviously the first blood for Virtus.pro, and
oh, they know
that. Yeah, the ward sees YapzOr just sitting comfortably. They knew that came out though, so we'll see that counter warded, I'm sure. Pinged out pretty much exactly. Oh, we got a Death Prophet versus Kunkka. Haven't seen this in a while.
Nope, haven't seen it ever. It doesn't feel like it, but it's going to be the exact same matchup. No one going. I'm just trying to think. Pardon me, I'm just trying to think, can mid one just, it's such a hard matchup. You get these early last hits so easily, but then once you get level 2 Spirit Siphon up on DP, he just harasses you out of the lane so quickly.
That Magnus pick set up the Juggernaut pick. You know, you think of heroes that go well with an Empower buff, especially right now. Juggernaut really kind of leads the list. And so it really wasn't that surprising that Secret win it in the end.
Yeah, that's the problem though, right? If you get Lycan, if you do get a Helmet Dominant, even if you just go book 3 first, if you truly want, you just run at him. Even his spin doesn't mean anything. You just right-click him down. His Omni Slash, like they said, does absolutely nothing. You have to get like these counter ganks with them. You can't just straight 5-on-5 fight a Lycan. And FATA,
he is dead. Taken out there at the top lane. We saw him and the Lion going back and forth. But yeah, that's a big push coming for Lycan. Top lane. Meanwhile, Roger being zoned out. We got down here Pasha. He's got a surge, so I mean, it could be caught somewhat. And he's just going to keep moving through the trees and he'll be fine. I want to talk about Puppey on that Venomancer for a second. Venomancer to me, especially as a 5 support, just feels so underwhelming.
Yeah, I mean, Gale costs a lot of mana as well.
Yeah.
You don't get those early boots. It's hard to catch people. I mean, Dota 1, he was only played as support. Nowadays, it feels like he's only played as a core, and
Yeah.
it's so hard to get stuff done with him. And there you see Gale.
No stun. That's my biggest criticism, I think, as a support Venomancer is, you don't seem you have to have a stun, but yeah, the crowd control that he brings with the Venomous Scale, as you mentioned, is high mana cost. The slow's nice, but right there's just no chance they had to kill the Darkseer.
Yep, there's Oni out. Ace doing a decent job, 12 and 8 right now. Lycan 12 and 9, so they're pretty much exactly even. But the DP 15-2 versus that 11-1 Kunkka. And we saw his last game. The Kunkka does a decent job of keeping up, but
Yeah.
the DP will eventually just run away, especially if you don't give any help, right? They're just straight tri-laning bottom right now.
They are, and Pasha is just doing his best to kind of leech experience whenever he can. Also pull the creep wave a little late on this one. Only gets a couple of the melee creeps. And it's going to continue surging away. Will be lifted up there. Rubik good against this.
He can just TP if he wants, since the lift has already been used, but I don't think he wants to.
He's basically distracting both supports, though. So, I mean, yes, he's not getting much, and that sucks for him, but he's keeping the 2 supports on the other side fairly underleveled, it feels like.
And those 2 creeps were on him so that the lane pushes in his favor eventually. Since Juggernaut doesn't really just want to tank the creeps, has to pull him under the tower.
Speaking of underleveled, Roger's also not doing the greatest, to be fair. He's only level 1. That's not that good, so hopefully he can find some levels for Virtus Pro's sake, but for now he's in the middle lane. Is there somewhere you think maybe coming to the top lane to get another kill on this Magnus could work, or?
Oh, they could try. You see how he tries to stun him uphill so he can't walk back down, because you have to re-aggro him. I like what he did. He got one of the creeps to go back, but it was a nice little play by Solo. It doesn't work out. Now Pasha, no TP.
He is dead. Yeah, the Surge is on cooldown for 5 more seconds. I don't think he's getting out of this one. That'll be a kill, so they eventually catch Pasha. And these supports, they clearly are annoying for this Darkseer down here.
Yeah, he has to save his Surge for every time after the lift by Rubik, since it's the only one that cancels, but if you just get right-clicked by a Veno, you want to cast Surge or else you're just going to die.
I feel like we've said this before, though. Ramses and No One still farming very well on their heroes, both the Death Prophet and that Lycan. Lycan's not one we've seen often this event, but I personally love Lycan. I don't even know if we've seen him at all, but I mentioned the idea of the synergy with the Ion Shell especially, but a hero that could just run at people better than really anyone else in the game, honestly, and definitely do a lot of work that way. So looking forward to seeing what he does here.
It gives you another Roche taker as well, right? You have Ghost plus Lycan with all his creeps. You take Roche so quickly, and on the other side, Secret, you have a Juggernaut that's empowered, but no one else to really enable taking that Roche and taking towers. Obviously Veno, but you see he's level 2 still, doesn't have any in the wards, and until you really get level 3 or 4 wards, though, they kind of suck, just straight up.
So Juggernaut typically would like a Battle Fury. Now, again, in this case, he has a Magnus with the Empower, but I've still heard the idea, the debate on, is it still good to go with the Empower buff? Is it worth it, I guess, is a better way to put it.
Still deep, right? You have to get the Purse, which gives you that regen in lane. You can farm up quicker, and the damage is just straight up good. Unless you want to go something crazy like a Shadow Blade to go ganking, I think Battle Fury is almost always. Yasha, Battle Fury, always 2 of the best items.
God, Pasha again, though. Even despite what happened earlier, he's still level 2, by the way. So
yeah, I mean, you just look at the creep score, right? 4 of the cores are super high, and then Mag as well as Darkseer, they're just straight up struggling. This feels like the old Suicide lane.
Living up to its name right there. Mid 1, middle lane. Solo comes in with an Earth Spike, and what proves to be an easy kill. Ace, that's Ace TPing in, by the way. Didn't expect that, but Juggernaut, he TPs in, gets nothing out of it. He's now running back to the bottom lane, so that's plenty of time wasted, too.
Yep.
Top lane, Ramses.
He might get the kill, but he might overcommit for it.
The trees. Oh, great skewer away initially. The zap comes out, so Ramses like, this isn't worth it. And he actually runs away. That was great teamwork, actually.
Yeah, it was. I think the biggest thing, at least Veno was getting a little bit of solo experience bottom, but you had to come into TP there, and they didn't know that the line was there until the last second when the stun came out. They thought it was just the Sand King and a DP, so that was just nice positioning by Solo on the map.
Speaking of Lycan, we saw the Helm of the Dominator. Naturally, just a great item for him, as it's obviously a popular item right now, too. Necronomicon, though, that's always an interesting discussion, I feel like. You know, does he go the Necro build, or is it more of this right-click style now? What do you think?
I like the Necro book. Who knows what Rand's going to get, though. He's one of those guys that just could get anything he wants, but I still think Book is one of the best, especially against all these heroes. You just put him onto Puppey or something, he's going to die.
Yeah. Torrent missing right there, but as we saw, it just didn't matter. Roger at that point, he's not getting out of there. It almost feels like Virtus Pro, the idea with the bottom lane, however, is they're kind of accepting the fact that they're dying and they're going to get underleveled, but just try to be as much of a distraction as possible.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. I mean, Pasha is still very underleveled on fire. He's actually last place, by the way. Pasha is in the deepest, darkest place there. Yeah.
That's not good. That is not good. And I feel like that's a little bit of a concern, Graham. That might be the strategy, but at the same time, Darkseer under the level does not sound like a good combination.
No, it's not. Eventually, those supports are going to have to roam, right? You have to pressure no one as well as Ramses. And when that happens, obviously, Ion Shell, level 2, level 3 even, you can just push the wave, threaten the tower. So he knows he's just getting completely sacked this game, and he's fine with that.
YapzOr trying to get away. That Centaur, though, the stomp's coming out, and it's too far. The Wolves, the Fade Bolt use is not enough mitigation. Mid one, the Torrent's going to be in the wrong place. Solo the better juke. And he does get on out of there mid one, some time wasted. In fact, he could be in trouble. Roger is running in. They're going to have a Centaur stomp on top of it. Maybe. They're just running at him. Once again, the ultimate form activated by Like with a shapeshift. Yes, the final auto tech to finish the job. YapzOr does TP back in after his resurrection. By the way, Darkseer dead throughout this as well. But they're going back. The stomp's going to miss FATA, though. But Ramsey's still running after him. That Lycan form is going to be wearing off in a second. Roger gets in there for the burrow strike, however. And a triple kill out of all this from Ramses. And as it wears off, he just falls back. He just understands that timing so well. That's a hasted Venomancer, though. This actually could be a kill. He doesn't have a TP, does he? Oh, well, it's...
He could just right-click. And if he gets stunned, Puppey just dies if he gets stunned close to Ramses. And Ramses knows that.
There's that stun.
He will live, though, because Ramses isn't close. Maybe. Solo.
The Wolf. The Wolf is still in the area. Puppey's dead. It's going to track him down. Solo actually gets credit for the kill. And Ramses is still alive. He spawns more wolves, and they're still running at him, trying to kill him. Haven't they learned their lesson yet, Grant?
It doesn't look like it, and I love that. Ramses can just stay, right? Helmet Dominator plus his Feral Impulse. You have so much HP regen. Like, look at, he hasn't ate a tango or anything, but he's back to half HP. He flew himself out of Clarity, and he's ready to just go to the jungle, I think.
Jeez, that shapeshift metamorphosis is going to be... No, not Metamorphosis. That's terrible.
Yeah, I was thinking, though, damage reduction. You have Fade Bolt Fade Bolt to reduce their damage. You also have Boat if you put it on you and your teammate. Like, that's a lot of damage reduction. The problem is you have to take these 5-man team fights against Death Prophet and Lycan just running at you. It's going to be pretty tough. And now, supports have committed elsewhere. Pasha can just cut the wave.
There you go. He's got the level 3 Ion Shell. Yeah, as you mentioned, though, 3 seconds. So, okay, there's a TP, though, for mid one. I mean, Pasha's dead.
Yeah.
He's not getting out of this one. The last hit to 8th, that would be the idea. Well, mid one gets that. That's fine, too.
Well. Yeah, I mean, Boat has such low cooldown. It's a lot like Gyro. You just want to commit it. Every time you see a hero, just use it.
How's mid one doing, by the way? I assume he's going the armlet on that Kunkka like he went last game, so we're going to have it here soon.
1,000 damage behind the Death Problem. That's to be expected, especially because they really he didn't get any support help middle. I mean, the first time someone came middle, right, it was Ace at level 5.
Juggernaut's not going the Battle Fury, so we have that answer now. The Yasha into Manta is what he has queued up right now.
They have to be able to fight even sooner. I think they're losing this laning stage right now, so you have to fight sooner, and Battle Fury doesn't give you enough team fight.
So he'll be relying on that Empower. But again, as I was talking about earlier, you have to have the Empower buff on you. You know, Magnus being on your team is great, but it's not like it's always going to be on you.
He has to make sure
he's around you.
I like
playing it.
They smoke the tier 2 and he flies himself out the tome, so they don't know Solo's a little sick. They don't expect him to be, but he is.
Ace. That would be the victim. That's the idea for Virtus Pro, as pause coming out from the team. A quick one at that, I'm sure. But
you never know. Could be hotkeys, could be anything. That's the problem. But this is looking good for VP already, honestly. And they're going bottom. This could be a very easy kill in the Juggernaut, honestly. You just stun from the trees. Line stun, pretty long range. You just hit that stun. He has Finger now, and he's going to get bursted down so quickly. Yeah, that Finger is a lot of burst damage. I don't know exactly off the top of my head, but it's plenty of magic damage burst, and especially coming out from a support. That early. Yeah. And early in the game. So like I said, it's just small heads-up plays like that, though. There it is. There you go. Finger comes out, gets the kill. You can only imagine what happened right there. Yeah, easy kill, though, as expected. But as I was saying, it's small things like that. I'm glad you pointed that out with the whole smoke play and the level and everything. No one, as I'm going on rambling on, is Siphon. The exorcisms off the ship. They get the kill on him, but he got the tower right before. So a minor victory, we'll call it, for no one. Still killing him's got to feel good for Secret. Yeah, it's definitely technically a win, unless something can happen here. But Ramses, look at that. He did go the book. He already has the Helmet Dominator. Oh my god, he is so farmed. He's going to get this tower as well. They want to get to the 9. Nicely done. That's not the biggest, but it is very big. Just denying that gold. That's the best part about Lycan. He gives all your supports gold by taking these towers, and you minimize it.
Pasha would like some of that gold, but he's recovered somewhat. As I say that, going to be lifted out. The surge wearing off quickly now.
Level 3 though.
Long surge, you're right. Yeah, level 3 lasts forever, but the Omni Slash also pretty good.
Don't give him a chance to get away. Just use it.
Yeah.
You haven't committed it once yet, so you might as well use it. You don't want to just leave it on cooldown. Here we go. Another smoke. Level 7 on solo.
Level 5 Roger though. No Epicenter, but still he's viable as far as the Burrow Strike goes. Top lane Magnus, he's too far up. He's got a skewer
and a TP.
Yeah, the Centaur just randomly stomped now. That'd be pretty clutch. So
nice
he gets
TP
out.
Yeah, he had to know something was up, and just gets out. They're gonna 3-man bottom. They can't really take a tower, right? The Iron Shell's gonna push the wave, even though he's spinning to kill it. I mean, look at that. Almost the whole wave is killed already, and the tier 1 tower has full HP. They have a glyph. They have plenty of TPs. It's just so hard to pressure against this team right now. I mean, Pasha was level 2 when Ace was level 6, I believe, and now it's level 9 versus level 8. That's Darkseer, Iron Shell. Once the supports rotate out, he's going to be fine. Yeah, the levels add up, and that's a full creep wave once again. Now they're collapsing on him, so Pasha could be in trouble. X pretty good against that surge. Going to be brought back in eventually. Avoids the ship, though, a little bit too early, and now possible turn. I mean, there's TPs coming in, but Secret's not going to give them a chance. They realized it was a lost cause at that point. Okay. Works out. Oh, I love that. The invisible,
Yeah, this is so annoying. I mean, that could literally kill him right now.
Yeah, if he doesn't TP out, he might just die. Yeah, I was about to say, oh, look who's here. That's just funny.
And
that's just funny.
Yeah, we can laugh about that one. I mean, how do you deal with that? Obviously, vision. I mean, they're going to have to give sentries, dust, etc. But that's a minion of Lycan, and he can resummon them so easily. This is going to be a very annoying strategy, and as we're talking about, you almost have to accept it in a lot of ways.
And you see this, they're 3-manning bottom. They're going to take a tier 1. It's not like they're not doing anything else. Already top lane, they give a free lane to Roger, who was 2 levels below solo, but you just give him a free lane, he's going to farm a Blink Dagger pretty quickly still. It's just these small movements on the map by VP.
The hood picked up by Darkseer, but as a team, Lycan, Necronomic on level 2, you see finish, so level 3 is coming quickly. No boots, but of course with that shapeshift form, he doesn't really need the boots.
And the strength changes, he has 1.9k HP, 14 minutes in.
Wow. FATA showing that he is nearby as he throws out a shockwave. Iron Shell on one of the wolves. Running away, no one's here as well though. Exorcism is ready to go, Puppey. He's going to throw out some Plague Wards, scout out. We'll give up a little bit of bounty as a result. Lion? Yeah, I was going to say Lion's down here in the crew. He actually puts the Finger of Death onto the Rubik. They get the quick kill. Solo will die in response. Poison Nova's going to go off, but Venom answers like he wasn't even there. No one's running after mid one, though. You have Ramses on top of him as well with that shapeshift form. Omni Slash on and no one in the backlands to spin on top of them, but no one's just too tanky, apparently. Even with the spin, it's not going to be enough. Maybe the heal from the Siphon. No one taking the damage, but the tower will finish the job. On top of him.
Yep. Poison Nova. If that Poison Nova even just lasted 1 less second, he would have survived. Nice heads up play, but good kill. It's still a 2 for 3, obviously, but you kill the Death Prophet, and that's a decent amount of gold. Ace is level 12 now as well, so.
He's going to have to carry this game, obviously with the Empower buff on top of that. They really are relying on Juggernaut here.
Yep.
Yeah, you see a good amount of damage done by Kunkka.
Yeah, the bow came in, and luckily he was trapped in the trees, but, you know, that's why all these carries by phase boots can't get trapped. You can just run over them.
I guess Kunkka, especially with the Empower buff, also pretty good.
YapzOr. Oh, Solo actually went the wrong way there.
We'll catch him eventually. There's the Burrow Strike in, Epicenter. Oh, the RP in response. He got the Epicenter off, though, but Yap just will live as he skewers him away. Can they make kills happen with this? They get Roger, they get Solo. So, our first RP, the game does get 2 kills.
Yep, Solo went the wrong way around those trees. That ended up costing him a nice rotation and kills, but now Ace just getting solo pressured right now by Pasha.
TP, though, I was going to say. TP out, no one to stop. Wow, he actually got really low there. That was pretty close, but
now it's a free tier 2 tower bottom because they know RP's down, obviously top. You just can't defend it. At book 3 as well.
Yep, just delivered.
It is only less than a 1,000 gold lead, and this is mostly because Ramses, I mean, he's farming very well, but he's not like going as quickly as before. He's pushing more towers, right? He usually likes to farm the jungle and have them 4-man. Now he's in trouble.
Well, you're going to be comboed right here. Yeah, there's the combo. The skewer backwards. The Torrent's going to miss as a result, but as funny as that looked, it definitely is still enough for the kill in favor of Secret. So we see what they can do if they catch him like that. That's the most farmed tier on the game, going up pretty quickly. Puppey is going to be found by no one, however, so that's a response, but definitely favoring Secret.
I guess I didn't really see that as much during the draft, but yeah, Ramses, you like him to come to team fights, but he's a higher impact hero. On Lycan, you want to push towers, you want to just kill heroes as well. That hero doesn't just go to the jungle and push waves, especially without boots, right? Like, he doesn't move between farming as quickly as, like, phase boots Yasha heroes that he normally plays.
Slark, for example. I also noticed, Kyle mentioned earlier, it had to do with the Beastmaster in that case in an earlier draft, the idea of a Kunkka versus a Beastmaster. It's pretty good, you know, for the obvious reason with his abilities, the torrents, etc., the cleaving of him. Similar idea against the Lycan, right, where he has that army of his minions and
just a boat torn on top of it.
Exactly, the Tidebringer auto attack, it can cleave them down pretty quickly, so definitely something to take into consideration. But the Aegis is picked up by Ramses here.
Ooh, Roger's not middle either. Could be a good fight for the Radiant, but they know something's up.
Now get a whiff and be a fallback from Virtus Pro for now. But you see Secret's kind of the one grouped up as a team somewhat. Both Kunkka and Juggernaut are very similar farm. Again, both definitely take advantage of the Empower. We were so focused on Juggernaut for good reason, but as I was talking about earlier, I mean, Kunkka definitely appreciates the Empower buff as well.
Yeah, man, he can just farm by himself either way, right? You just torrent into Tidebringer, one-shot the creep wave.
Darkseer, Pipe is being worked on, and 100 gold saved up, so he's actually almost there. This is a Darkseer that was very underleveled and underfarmed at the beginning of this game, but he really has jumped up that net worth chart, so it's good to see the recovery, at least for the Darkseer on the side of Virtus Pro.
Still like this. Obviously, Secret as well. They have RP up as well as Boat. I mean, they have the better team fight, for sure. If they get everything off, they will win these straight-up 5-on-5 team fights if their positioning is great. And all it takes is one fight, and this Juggernaut with Empower is just going to run at you.
Curious, Kunkka does go the Shadowblade next after that armlet. Initially there.
I like this bottom, just neither team is there, just slowly pushing their tier 2 in, but Ramsey still no boots. Just never going to get him this game.
So they're graded objectives. We know that. Lycan leads the way with that. Exorcism on top. They have an Aegis right now, Lycan. It feels like they kind of have to take something. This isn't one of those they can just sit back and farm with.
Yeah, and I mean, at least they take Roshan and take all the tier 1s. Tier 2s as well are just harder to pressure, especially against that RP. And now, they don't know he has Shadowblade yet, but if you're versus a Blink Mag and a Shadowblade Kunkka, if just one or two of you are out of position, you're automatically dead. This is when, you're at the time, this is 20 minutes, this is when you want to take team fights, and this is when Secret's the strongest.
Notice Rubik right there actually didn't have his null field. I don't know if that's been kind of a normal thing lately on Rubik's. I know it got nerfed a bit, but 0 points.
I mean, just the lift, obviously, the more range you get, the higher level it is. Just super nice, especially against Lycan as well as Darkseer.
Enough Darkseer. TX starts it off. Surge. It's not going to matter this time. We saw it earlier. I mean, well, okay, it is going to matter. He eventually runs away. That Surge lasts forever. And unless they RP, he's going to get out, which he does.
Yep.
Apparently, Darkseer's really good against that.
Yeah, he just runs away. You see the Torrent comes afterwards every time, just not quite connecting. And now they know 4 to 5 heroes are bottom. They possibly want to pick someone off just running back through the jungle, right? They know the blue TP'd middle, the Vano, and they're like, someone has to be running through this jungle possibly, but they're just going to go middle themselves.
So those looking for the lead, got a finger ready. They really are up here. They're going to find Puppey. Remember, the support Venomant's going to get out Poison Nova at least. Yes, he can. So he's kind of done his job in a sense. Even if they kill him. Magnus, meanwhile, the yields into a Earth Spike stun, into a Hex. So Magnus is locked out this whole fight in the back lines. There's a sign for the finger of death, and down goes Magnus before he can do a damn thing. Kunkka, he dropped a half-life himself as he gets sent back with the X. But they just have to give up this tier 2 now, it feels like.
Yeah, he just cleaved the melee Necro unit, just destroyed half his HP, Now, you get 2 kills into a tower. You can maybe think about pressuring for about, like, maybe one more wave with these goes. You don't want to overcommit. Either Mag buys back or he doesn't. You can continue pressuring till that, like, maybe 5-10 seconds left on his respawn timer.
Look at the spread even with Magnus deck currently. Now, as they say that, they're kind of clumped up. There's the buybacks of Virtus Pro. How do they respond?
They need an X on someone, but he X'd himself.
They're just running. You got the pipe coming out, and they run as a team. I believe that's Darkseer's pipe, and I believe I saw Death Prophet also purchase the pipe, so they're going to have a double pipe strat.
I know she had the hood, and, well, Ace takes a tower. Bottom lane gets the tier 1, so some team gold. And you see, it's still less than 1,000 gold lead for Virtus Pro, but if you lose another team fight like that on the next Death Prophet ulti, you're probably going to lose your base. You just can't lose a Magnus like that, especially with no buyback now.
You look at Juggernaut, Manta style finish, another 2,000 gold almost saved up, so Ace does continue to farm very well. I go back to the double pipe strategy though. It's 21.5 minutes in, double pipe, how good is it?
Pretty good. We saw it versus the core Venom we watched, I believe, yesterday or 2 days ago. It's double pipe, you're good. Especially, these team fights were really split up, right? You saw people go on the back lines and the front lines. Just being able to get it on both if you need, not even just stacking them, is always good.
Got that to take advantage of if a fight breaks out. And that for pushing, of course, as well. See the Radiant team taking over the Dire jungle even.
Like, they have to play aggressively. When ghosts are down, you have to play aggressively. I'm surprised they're not even going for more, just looking for some heroes to kill. They're just going to go for the tower instead, but they're not even committing super hard for that.
Just heard the Aegis respawn or despawn from Lycan as well, so no longer in his inventory. As Darkseer is just pushing out bottom lane, however, FATA's in the area. Does have a Shadow Amulet right now. The Shadow Blade is coming, so him and Kunkka will eventually have one. And Virtus Pro, I don't know how much vision they have right now, but I'm sure gonna be carrying sentries, if not dust on them, as a couple Shadow Blades now.
They actually thought the Mag had Shadow Blade. They scanned on top of the tier 2 bottom, on top of themselves, thinking he was there, but he wasn't. I'll watch the damage.
Oh, they got him. Yeah, they got him with the Yules. The silence actually missed him. It hit in the back lines, though, and Roger jumps over the Epicenter to distract the supporting cap. Minwell's trying to run. It's just not going to work, though. He's dead for 48 seconds. No buyback. What a catch with the Yules right there. He thought he was being sneaky.
And that was at like 0.5 seconds, and then X disappeared while he was Yules. That was just, I mean, a little bit luck, but I mean, it was a good job just catching him there, but the X wearing off, that just hurts.
Giving yourself a chance, and it worked out. He is dead again for still 30 more seconds or so. No choice of a buyback for Virtus Pro. You got to figure by now that's the case. Can they really get more out of this, though? They get the tier 3. Yeah, they're just not going to risk it. The top lane is being pushed in for Secret, so that will get them to fall back, but Virtus Pro does get another objective. Look at the overall net worth, though. It's barely a lead after that for Virtus Pro, so that's definitely still hope for Secret, clearly.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's Ace doing a very good job farming, playing more like Ramses has in these past games when he's not on Lycan, always just split pushing farming. He hasn't come to as many team fights. I've seen that one Omni Splash on Darkseer bottom, and that's the only one I can recall, which a big ultimate like that, you don't want to use it off cooldown, but you always want to threaten with it, and it doesn't feel like he has really. Gun Darkseer. There's counter initiation. To be on point now, if not just straight up initiation.
Blink and the illusion creation of especially that Juggernaut, for example, could be pretty nice.
From that
wall.
That's why Juggernaut is up about 900 gold here on Ramses.
And over the lead, bottom lane, they're going to find a kill on Roger.
Hopefully.
I assume so.
Yep. It looks like 4 heroes. Spin on him. I mean, this guy, look at how tanky he is. My goodness.
Come on, guys. Just kill him. There you go. Wasn't that hard, was it?
No, I mean, beating VP is probably going to be pretty tough for the rest of these teams. Oh, Crystal is there, so Kunkka, he's ready. He's ready to one-shot some of these people. It's going to be all about positioning on the supports like Solo. Like, he could just get one-shot even now with Armlet Shadow Blade hit. Definitely go down. That's why you see the drones gets a little HP. And
middle. Solo, if he was still sticking around, but he is not. He's already backed off. I'm guessing he's in his own jungle. Yeah, you can tell Virtus Pro is aware that something's going on. And they're just all retreating as a team. As I say that, Solo decides to check back in, and that's probably the end of him.
It's the X.
He's going to throw the Earth Player. He's like, get away. He's not a Darkseer. He can't search quickly. FATA, like he tried to line up a skewer, but simply missed there. Death Prophet currently with a casual plate mill and was working on a BKB. We see the AC being worked on by Venomancer, meanwhile. Excuse me, by Lycan as we go over to Venomancer.
Yeah. I think you just continue doing what you're doing. If you're Secret, you keep control of their jungle, you keep killing the neutral creeps, and they pushed in top lane this entire game very well. They always make somebody TP back. That's what we saw. They might have been able to pressure bottom a little bit longer, but because top was pushing into their tier 3, they had to TP back. And Ives got to just stat up, 2.1k HP.
All right. He's definitely very farmed now. He's 2,000 net worth now ahead of the light. He really is just accelerating. And again, we shouldn't be that surprised when you have an Empower buff and they're creating the space for you to farm, but still.
It's just a different hero for Ramsey. That's why he's not keeping up in the farm. I mean, he's Lycan. I'm not even sure if he still has boots yet. You don't farm quick, right? Like, that's what he abuses his move speed between jungle camps and waves. And when you don't have boots on a Lycan, you're definitely not going to be doing that.
How about Puppey on Venomancer too? He's actually managing some decent farm now. He's got his own medallion. He's working on an Aether lens, which is or Aeon Disc, excuse me, which is very close.
The gold per minute talent definitely helps with that too. Just picked up at level 10. But it's a little bit slow-paced game. Secret's up by 3K. The next big fight's going to be Roche, which is up, and it's going to be scouted right now by Ramses.
Wolves in there.
And that's going to be the thing. If somehow VP wins a fight, they're just going to take your base down so quickly, but it's going to be tough too. Whoa.
That was interesting. So the cancel animation right there of the RP. Yeah, it was Death Prophet. I mean, it wouldn't have been that surprising if he chose to go in there, but holds off on it, decides to wait for a better time. Ace nearby clearing up more of the Ancients, but again, as we mentioned, Roshan is up. AC is almost finished for Like, and he's going to meet up with the team that looks like they're going to make a play here.
Probably, they might smoke inside of Roshan. They might not even go for a kill, and be interesting to see. Yeah, that Andis, as you said on Puppey, feels so good. He's always guaranteed to get his ulti off now.
Apparently they're not even going to smoke, actually. They're just going to run right into Roshan. They don't even care.
We're getting good luck fighting us. Ramses can just sit in there by himself and take it. Oh, the ghosts from the outside, I like it. He's not even sitting in there, but the ghosts do attack from the outside of the Roche pit.
Okay.
Smart.
Yeah, especially with the RP presence. Always got to be worried about that, of course. Look at this with the Wolf sending it in. Ace decides he wants to spin, and now Ramses pops the shapeshift, and here we go. Puppey throwing up the Geld. There's a vacuum wall combination. The RP to only hit one of the back lines. On top of the Epicenter as well for Roger in favor of Virtus Pro right now. They're locking down Ace this whole fight. He can't do a damn thing. He's already spun. He's trying to man up right here, but it's not going to be enough. He's there for 65 seconds now. He just kept getting crowd controlled. Ramses goes back and finishes off Roshan, picks up the Aegis, and now they're running after FATA. They do lose tanking in the back lines. FATA with that Shadow Blade. It looks like he is going to make it out. But definitely looking great for Virtus Pro right now. Pasha, they get a catch on the YapzOr initially with the Hex, burning all that mana away, the lift, but the vacuum right on in, the Earthspark missing. Throwing up with the Eel Zone, the Grip Storm to finish the job in the backlands. Ramsey's going at it with Puppey. Puppey
should be able to pick him off here. They have everyone running over.
Yeah, gonna hero block even on top of that. But that fight though, Ace went really ballsy there initially. Great vacuum wall combo though from Pasha. Kind of stop, and then again, I only saw the one hero hit by the RP.
Yeah, that was just Pasha. Yeah, the counter initiation there as well as Roger. They just hit their two-man combo on two heroes, and it creates chaos. They don't even kill him initially, right? Like that was a long fight for a while, and everyone was a half HP. But they're gonna go for this. Should be able to get the Aegis, but no, Bo doesn't hit. He had pipe up anyways. Would have saved him.
Barely alive for now, but as you mentioned, worst case he has the Aegis to respawn. But they kill the tier 3, and Virtus Pro so far backing up at least. Again, Juggernaut of course is back up now for all of that, but BP again, they kind of claim the net worth lead back, and it continues to be that kind of game where they've never really had a massive net worth lead, but they keep just doing enough in these fights to make an objective play out of it and then fall back, kind of rinse and repeat.
Yeah, but now the split pushing on the map feels a lot worse. You're down gold. Your tier 3's already been taken. They're probably going to take shrines possibly with the next DP ulti, if not just take the base. But I think we'll see us. I want to see a smoke play from Secret, but I really haven't seen them like smoke anything. Like even for that Roche, they didn't smoke up first. They just kind of ran straight in. They had vision of everything, but they only had vision of the pit. And they're like, wait, Ramsey's the only one in here. They didn't like realize Ghost Lady was standing on the outside, just killing it from the outer place. It was nice.
Yeah. And Death Prophet was definitely not in the favorable position for Secret to jump in there. So back to what you're mentioning as that fight was breaking out.
Under 20 gold per minute on solo now. That is nice. Yeah, it is. And that's going to be a lot quicker blink, even with buying every single support item, all the tome. That's his third tome he's purchased for himself. He still has a ton of gold.
Smoke play. Will they catch up? Looks like they are. Matter for the initiation. Now Ace, he gets a spin off at least. Let's go for now. There's a Hex up off to the side. The Finger of Death coming out. That would be. It looks like FATA gets caught by the Magnus. The silence on top. He cannot do a thing. He's dead for 50 seconds. No buyback. They also catch Rubik with the Eels. He's dead as well with no buyback. They didn't get Ace initially, but hey, they got 2, and now they're going base.
Yep, they got the fresh AC, makes it so much easier to push. Look at those. They're just, the creeps are eventually coming here, but they almost killed through backdoor protection at 30 minutes.
That's pretty crazy, actually. Yeah, they are going to kill it as soon as the creeps do get in close enough. Puppey is going to do his best from a distance. Mid one, of course, with the extra. But again, the Eels coming out. Not going to last long enough. Get stunned up. Will be brought back, however. Juggernaut He's not going to be comfortable just yet. He is silenced up currently. They pull back the Sand King. Yeah, I think Roger will be the sacrificial lamb for the team, but they get the set of racks at the bottom, and VP once again resetting. And they're playing it very cautious, but also just smart, of course, as Virtus Pro.
Yep, no reason to overcommit as well. They still have the tier 2 tower up top, so they couldn't get megas if they wanted. And man, even when Roger dies, right, he buys the gem right before he dies, uses his gold, and now they're just gonna be able to take over the map. And yeah, this is just VP playing out of their minds, right? The first game you saw them play their normal style. This game, they play a little different with Ramses not on a flash farming kind of hero, and they show they can out team fight you, not just out farm you.
Definitely can, and no one just pushing up bottom lane now. He's got the Shivas almost finished for him. Got Juggernaut back on the other side, and it continues to be a case for Ace, who's really farmed, but 2-2-6 in the 32-minute game. You know, Juggernaut definitely a hero that has a lot more of the potential to be getting kills, let alone assists. You know, we mentioned the Omni Slash, the lack of it for that matter this game. Really hasn't found the opportunities. And then there's Kunkka. Yeah, you see here, I mean, he has a Chrysalis now to go with that BKB. He's working on the data list. But the same thing I go by, where the cores of Secret, we haven't really seen, though, the damage necessarily coming out as much as they would have hoped for.
Yeah, and this is just all the positioning of VP. Like, Secret should be able to take these team fights, but you've seen it's been 1 to 2 man Gales, and that's a pretty big AoE skill. You see FATA, he just can't find more than one hero ever, and especially when you have a Kunkka, you just want to at least X-mark one person back, but all they've been really getting is solo or Roger every time.
Now that goes back to the point, however, that this game definitely still could go in Secret's favor just in the blink of an eye. You know, it really can. That RP hits, the cleave comes out, the crit happens, the empower attacks from Juggernaut, and before you know it, you're winning a fight, and Secret's right back, and if anything, leading this game. So definitely can be very close. What is that about? That was a BKB to be delivered.
Yep, flying out, I believe, to the Lycan, so he's going to be in a good spot, and there it is. The blink already comes out online. That just changes the game for that hero. You now don't have to make sure Roger goes in first. You can blink Hex immediately, which is quicker than blink stun by Sand King.
Okay, this top lane's interesting. Juggernaut's up there as well.
By himself, yeah.
So Magnus is just going to shockwave and board. They're both TPing now. They realize not getting the jump that they hoped for.
500 HP talent. Good luck ever bringing down this
hero now.
And I love the Aeon disc on Veno, but what does it really do? It
allows him to press R.
That's it,
That's all it does.
I mean, they just haven't really got anyone. Oh, Solo will get clipped here and probably die.
Yeah, I mean, they're taking a little bit, but Raiden's coming out. Yeah, they got him. Yep, Captain's down.
They'll stop the... I mean, they don't just want to push straight up 4v5. They could have, like, maybe Secret overextend, but they do have to get back, so it's a nice pickup, even if it is just the 5 hero.
Roshan still a little bit, at least a couple minutes plus before he'll be back up, but definitely wouldn't be surprised to see that being the source of another bit of action. You also have the bottom lane constantly keep an eye on as far as it being pushed in. In fact, Darkseer's heading right down there right now and gonna kind of give it a nudge. He's gonna help that lane out just a little bit.
That ward deep inside the base of Radiant. They just scout him whenever they want to leave the base. Roger might go down. Nice dodge.
Nice Oh my God. Perfect timing, even the insta-cast Burrow Strike. Oh,
you got him.
RP got him, all right.
At some point, you're just like, this guy can't swag on us this long. You have to bring him down. You have to get that. And it stops him, right? It stops him from pushing for at least a minute when Sand King respawns, which is nice.
At this rate, VP, though, depending on how quick... Oh, they're pinging out Ace. Yeah, they definitely know he's here. Pasha's running up. He's going to back him in. The silence on top. They're going for this. He's hero blocking him a little bit. But his supporting cast can't get here fast enough, so they almost had a chance.
That's right, because they know he used Manta to try to help pick up that kill so he couldn't take off the silence if he wanted to ulti, but Ramses would have had to already been in ult form and just gone for him, and he couldn't do that.
Yeah. Sand King, 10 more seconds, he'll be back up. Roshan, again, very short time before we at least see how long it's going to be as far as the respawn goes. But Juggernaut will just send the illusions out in the middle lane meanwhile, as there's the resurrection on Sand King. So Virtus Pro just controlling the top side of the map. If anything, I'm sure they want to push in this top lane to help get their chance at a Roshan kill that much better. Darkseer's going Crimson Guard now, by the way. He went the Guardian Greaves on top of that.
Click both your buttons, you're good to go. That's it, especially versus Veno as well as Juggernaut. Got the magic, got the physical damage on lockdown, killed a shrine so they can't do any wonky plays.
That is an insanely fast Roshan time. That was like 5 seconds.
Yep, and it's up. I believe they actually checked at the very first second. It wasn't, and unfortunately, it was 2 seconds too late for VP, so they're just going to end up pushing top anyways. Oh, Ramsey, nope. Get the DD.
He just picked up a DD, and now he's going to head back top. Okay. He's got that BKB, though, as you mentioned, level 20 as well. Yules there, easy tower kill.
I think he was trying to bait out a Torn or something. Like, I'm going to use myself Torn on top of me. Mid one would have to leave a Shadow Blade. Just a little trickery there.
They don't care if they deny the tower. The tower is dead. That's what matters. And now they're going to go back and maybe check. Again, Ramsey still has his double damage room for another 10 seconds or so, but look like they're really going to get an engagement out of it. Yeah, Secret's playing too safe, and I'm a little surprised VP hasn't actually checked yet. That very, very initial check, which happened to be a couple seconds early.
Yep, they're just keeping Secret inside of their base. They're 3K gold up now. I mean, the gold, it does matter for a little bit. Like, it looks like Secret's close to this game, but when you've lost 2 sets of racks and you only have 1 tier 3 left, all it takes is 1 team fight and you just lose. Gold doesn't matter too much there.
He's trying to fall back, check towards Roshan, and now they 100% know things come out, so this is it. I mean, does Secret try to defend this?
I don't know, can you? Well,
what the hell is it?
It's because the Sandstorm aggroed him first, so it's pushing him out of the thing because he was hexed and couldn't attack, but he's good now.
They can't. They're gonna try to maybe wrap around the top, and I'm guessing they're smoked? No, they were moving like they might have been, but they're just backing up Ace, basically. In case. So this is a refresher, right? I believe it is.
Yeah, refresher short. They didn't have to use Ghost for this either, so VP is probably just going to go for the good game push here.
Looks like Death Prophet picked up the refresher as well as the Aegis. And then the cheese for Lycan.
Yep, more than likely should be. He hasn't got, there we go. Gave it to him. Yeah, they could just push because they didn't have to use the Ghost to take Roshan. They just take a straight up 5-on-5 team fight. Just don't do anything stupid like clump up and you're good to go. No buyback from Kunkka either.
I feel like those are famous last words you just said right there, Grant.
Don't clump up, don't die.
Clump up. Here we go. Wait for the clump up. No, Virtus Pro. We've been seeing them throughout this. They understand what they're going up against. They know that they have to stay spread out, and you see even as they're pushing. You got 1 core on the left, 1 core on the right. They are not giving any angles, really, to that Magnus especially.
And you can see he could just casually use his Ghost if he really wants. I think they're waiting for this next wave. Just casually maybe use the first Ghost because you have the refresher shard, see what you can siege down. Lion, he's going back to the chicken. Once he grab swords, I think.
This is Kunkka, though. One of the best heroes in the game in terms of counter push when he's got farm like this.
Especially with Rubik, just Fade Bolt, Tidebringer hit, you're good.
So, VP, it's not going to be an easy jump in. I mean, he can literally just reset this every time a creep wave comes in, so.
Gotta be careful for Yules or Silence.
I saw earlier. Oh, they spoke. They
know he's there.
But now here we go. Extra to use. Exorcism was not stolen.
Silence, which is good, but.
Gonna use it against them, actually. There's a lift in the air. The Crimson Guard is out. They're dropping Death Prophet. Remember, he does have the Aegis. Ramses, it's time. He pops Shapeshift. Here we go. BKB activated by no one, by mid one. No one in the backlines knowing how Silence is. He knows he's probably dead. Again, with that Aegis, though, he's going to be coming right back up. Meanwhile, they take out the tier 3 tower. So they're going full objective gaming here. No one now trying to back up. Pops BKB. There's CRP locking him down solo. But the bigger vacuum wall combo with the Epicenter coming out for Virtus Pro. Pasha just running away with a surge. Ace, all he can do is spin and hopefully survive. He's on top of Roger now. They did lose a Darkseer. No one's still alive, though, being healed on up with a Siphons. And they get the chain stuns on Kunkka to top it all off. He's dead for 80 seconds. Multiple buybacks have happened. Kunkka cannot, though. The fortification just going to delay what seems to be the inevitable in favor of Virtus Pro.
Yep, and they just get it. I believe they just end the game right here. Solo should go down. You see YapzOr did steal the Ghost the second time after the pressure shard. Yeah.
That's a lot of Ghosts. Yeah. And actually, no one always pops a cheese. So they will get mega creeps. They can't kill him. Ace is trying to pick off the Lycan in the backlines. Can't kill him either. Multiple buybacks happening, including that Lion that died. So he'll have to get here as quick as possible. Ramses may end up going down here. There we go. So he finally goes down. Death Prophet now is going to be run at. And Lion's nearby, but he's not going to make a play. So they will kill the Death Prophet. They will ultimately clean them up, but now you have Mega Creeps. It's just going to get that much more difficult.
Yep, and we saw Mega Creep defending coming out from, I believe, Na'Vi with the gyrocopter. I mean, you do have a Kunkka. a lot like that, who can clear these creep waves super quick, who can do that, yeah, as well as just kill. But I have a feeling you just get Ghost up again on Death Prop, and you might just go for the end of the game. But Juggernaut is going to have a butterfly, does have it, as well as 1.2k, so they can definitely protect against Megas for a decent amount of time if they need.
Oh, yes. Yes, they can, Grant. I do. And it does take me back to yesterday's game as well. That was a Gyrocopter in that case, of course, for Na'Vi. We did have a 90+ minute game, and to be fair, in that case, it felt like what was Newbie on the other side of it, we're kind of constantly getting on them. And, well, why aren't they trying to finish the game? They really had chances, and it felt like they could have actually finished it. They were just playing so safe. So we'll see if Virtus Pro falls under that. Something tells me that's not going to be the case. They seem like the kind of team that understands that, at the same time they're willing to play a little more ballsy when it calls for it, but.
Yeah, but they don't have the best heroes either for trying to take it, right? You have a Lycan, if his wolf form goes off and doesn't have his book 3, he doesn't really push that quickly. If you don't have ghosts up, you don't really push that quickly, so they have to wait for all their cooldowns, and they still have to have a perfect fight. There's, Venno, Rubik, as well as Mag bot back, so you still technically have buybacks on Juggernaut and Kunkka. They don't have it up for gold reasons, but VP doesn't know that, obviously. And it's a full heart, huh?
Sure is. That's for, who was that, Lycan?
Lycan or DP,
yeah. One of those two. It could be both, actually. It is going to be Death Prophet, okay.
3.7k HP, along with 26 armor, and you have the Crimson Guard from your Darkseer.
Yep. That's a tough target to kill. Shadow Blade from Darkseer. Speaking of him, how about that?
Yep, gotta be in the right position. All about positioning now, and you see every single ulti's up on Secret side as well as VP side. So if they want to take this fight, they still have to be cautious. And you see these Venno wards so good at solos trying to go get some wards down, go scout something out, but you never know. One Venno ward hits you, you don't know where the rest of the team is.
Yeah, and react right there with a Ghost Scepter, just in case. Yeah, Venomancer, that's something else that's going to make it difficult to actually finish this game. The Fade Bull spam, the Venno Wars, the Kunkka, the Empower in general, and Juggernaut. This really is not an easy team to push into at all. The fact that they've managed to actually get Mega Creeps is pretty crazy in itself when you think about it, but that they have, and
you might have to actually wait for the next Roche, right? The only reason they killed that last set of racks is because they had Aegis, Cheese, and Refresher Shard on DP, who was frontlining. And they had to use both set of ghosts right there, but we'll see.
That's true.
As we said, VP is a little more aggressive than Newbie, but the safe play is honestly just to wait for Roche and get double ghosts.
Oh yeah, no, I would not blame VP at all if they wait for another Roche on here. Which again is at least going to be in probably around 3 minutes or so. See what the respawn time's looking like. So VP for now, just kind of choking them out and going to farm in the Radiant jungle. Get some aggressive vision down. There is still a couple of wards out for Secret that I'm seeing. One at the bottom rune spot, and
that one just disappeared top. Yeah.
Okay, top one disappeared, so only the one now. They have a little bit of information to work with. Level 25s are, of course, going to start getting important as well as this game progresses on. I think Juggernaut right now is the highest one.
Ooh, ED Lycan for about 20 more seconds here.
This is a little bold for VP. Now, they do have the buyback. Well, no, they don't, do they? Actually, gold-wise, they don't, so...
just jugging Kunkka, yeah.
I am a little surprised VP is going as close as they are, because if they manage to get picked off here, it could be interesting, but...
Yeah, the Venno ward's so annoying. He's using the Wolves in the book 3 to just clear him out right now.
Yeah.
They're trying to bait, they're not going to commit to this fight, they're trying to make Secret commit to a fight. That's why you see only no one's near. I really don't think they want to push right now, but they're trying to make Secret make a mistake. I like the ballsy call.
Sneaking in, mid one, trying to bait, clear out the creep wave. Again, you also saw the Nullifier purchased by Lycan. So has that to work with now.
They are just getting out.
Aren't they? They want to finish this game right here, right now. Solo's picked off to the side. The Exorcism still doing plenty of work. Tier 4 Tower pops the Aeon Disc. In fact, Ace is going to kill the Wolves quickly. Shapeshift for him. No, the RP kills it initially. He finally uses it and brings it backwards, but not really the most follow-up. Mid one. In the midst of the fight, he pops his own BKB. He has to run out of here. Pops a shift, though. Gonna mitigate some damage. Also got stun on a couple of heroes, but no one is just sitting with that own BKB. It wears off now. The Crimson Guard, so much mitigation. And Lycan continues to just run. Oh, that's actually the stolen shapeshift form from Rubik.
Got the nullifier.
They get the nullifier off on top of Ace. He has a buyback. Use it immediately. But the Ancients drop it now. They've only lost the Lion who died at the very beginning. No fortification as mentioned. And GG. Titus Pro will take game number 2. And thus the series in our final group stage match.
Yep. This thing, VP shows, obviously. I mean, you remember one of the former summits, what was it, 2-3 summits ago when they won with almost 100+ heroes. They just picked every single hero before they repicked the thing. They know how to play different strategies. They've been using more or less the same one, but now they bring out a Lycan, a more push-centric strategy. Works out. They lose maybe one team fight that